For me, Velocities, it's us just finding our identity.
To me, the Velocity stands for two brothers that found each other in this big world of wrestling by doing what we love best.
You know, we didn't start out as a tag team. We went our separate ways at first, but we were lost. And then Velocities, purpose. We've been quiet for so long, and now that there are more eyes on us, you know, we're not here to be quiet anymore. Yeah, I think we don't only represent PWA, we represent the entire Australian tag team division. We don't really need to like explain ourselves anymore, you know?
Yeah.
Just look.
When we walked backstage with those belts, it was truly amazing feeling the love and the energy that was given to us by the whole roster, our whole family. It was incredible.
I feel good!
It was kind of like a sense of relief. After a year of waiting, I remember just lying there and being like, we did it.
Yeah.
And almost being like, it feels like a dream. But at the same time, that relief was very brief because it was just more pressure. You know, when you carry these, it's not what you think. You know, it's not a matter of just, oh wow, I've done it.
No.
Or, you know, we've done it.
This is just the start,
It's
man.
now you're the target.
Yeah.
And there are people waiting in line, and it's a very long line, it's a vicious line, and it does not stop.
Aussie Athlete! Aussie Athlete! We want velocities.
Wow! 3 words, we want velocities. As a champion, as a tag team champion, you're at the mercy of people hunting you down, right? Like, you are now the top dog and you have what people want. And these dudes have been here and they've become these like sharks in this ocean, right? Like in this PWA ocean, the Velocities are there and they're the ones taking down everybody and they're the top of the food chain. But when you look at like the differences in the caliber of opponents that we've all stepped in the ring with, you know, like the sharks in our ocean, you're looking at people like Hiroshi Tanahashi, Minoru Suzuki, Zack Sabre Jr. Like, the list is literally endless. And I don't think that it's so much an advantage for us as it is, maybe it's going to be like a nice little wake-up call for the Velocities. What have we done?
Let's fucking start.
I've been wrestling since 2007, right? Like, I stepped into this company when they'd run shows at the Liverpool Masonic Centre in front of like 30 people. I was 17 and I'm 31 this year, and that's like nearly legitimately like half my life.
I was Instagram. I was a former PWA tag team champion. I've held those belts before, right?
And the stuff that we've done together is like, there's honestly like a laundry list.
Right, we wrestled for the IWGP Tag Team Championships. We wrestled for PWG. We were, right before Davis's injury, supposed to wrestle for the PWG Tag Team Championships. The day that Davis got injured was when we were supposed to wrestle for the championships. We held the Progress Wrestling Tag Team Championships 2 times. We held the WXW Tag Team Championships 2 times. We held the Attack Pro Wrestling Championships 2 times. Defiant WCPW Championships 2 times. I don't resent anyone for not knowing what we've done, but to simply not put us in the list of best unsigned talent in the world, that pisses me off. We were within people's lists of like top 5 tag teams in the world. Every other tag team WWE, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Ring of Honor, AEW, whatever. We were up there with all of them. Davis gets injured, COVID happens, whatever, and now like people just kind of forget who we are. And that doesn't sit well with me, man. Like, that's the shit that you talk about resentment. That's the kind of resentment that I get.
Who are Aussie Open? I feel like we're in such a day and age where you gotta kind of talk shit. So I can easily say a foe and a threat. We've had history with them, man.
Yeah.
We are not strangers to each other. And if you were to ask us 2 years ago, who are Aussie Open, we would say the goal. That's who we want to be.
Yeah.
And now, to me, Aussie Open are peers.
Yep.
We are all on the front line in the tag team division. They were by our side on that front line, but now we're the generals. We're in front. That's who we are. That's who they are. As much as Aussie Open have really made a name for themselves abroad, we've gone overseas too. The only difference is we've always come back to build things here.
And that's always been the goal. Put our home on the map for everyone to see. And we're a part of that. We know we are. And we're carrying that pressure on our shoulders. And it's in that pressure over the past couple of years that we've found success. And we're just going to keep doing that.
In pro wrestling, it's been, for such a long time, a business about individuals and being a single star. And things are changing. And I think there's a real focus on tag team wrestling, and people can relate to that, man. If I fall, he falls. If he falls, I fall. And the only way we stop that is working together.
At the Academy show coming up, we have the opportunity to wrestle as not just the Velocities, but as Speed Force, as a three-man unit against Aussie Open and against Robbie Eagles.
Like, these guys have worked really hard. There's a reason why they're the PWA tag team champions. There's a reason why they're the leaders and the benchmark in this company. It's because they've earned that spot, right? Like, they didn't get that given to them, but it doesn't mean that they're good enough to beat us.
We went overseas. We came back. We beat the likes of the nation. We went to hell with MK plus Holland in a ladder match to keep these. They left, we stayed. We stayed in the trenches. We built a fucking palace. We're not giving these up.
I want them to walk into that match saying that they're the tag team champions and talking about how much they've earned it and the grueling TLC that they had to go through to earn those belts around their waist, so that when I take them, it feels all the more better.
Harrison, Jude, you say you stayed here to build up this scene. I think you were fucking scared.
In 2019, we went into their home and they were at the top. But now they're coming into our home and we are at the top. We went to their home and they were the champions.
But short and sweet, we got a wake-up call. This time, and at this stage of our careers, we can't have that again.
We've taught them a lot of lessons. Even though every time we step into this ring, we beat them, they come away from it better professional wrestlers. They learn, they do. And I think like the only thing that's really left for us to teach them is how it feels to have everything that you've worked for taken away. There's one last lesson to learn, boys, and that's about heartbreak.